Welcome, and thank you for stopping by the channel today, fellow fans of Clash of Clans. It is your host, Galadon, and I'm going to show you an easy way to get kicked from your clan without getting banned from the game, okay? This is Gem Farm Fix Max That Rush, episode number 111, and yes, I'm going to do something very offensive to serious war players. I am going to go out in battle with a farming army and attack. Well, which is a terrible idea if you're in a serious war clan or if you have serious war players that might get offended by watching such an act. But, you know, there are certain times where maybe this is appropriate. Maybe you don't have the time to train an army. Maybe you just don't have the desire to get a 3-star. Maybe 2 stars is enough. In that case, then have your way with a base with this precise army right here. And this is a center town hall. This is a ring style base. I'm just showing you that you could easily 2-star any base in the game, even as a lower town hall level. I would say a 14, no problem against a 15, a 13 versus a 14. Now, 2 town halls can get a little bit tough and tricky with the walls and the wall breakers, and of course the lower level heroes. But this is it. You can watch this attack from start to finish and see that there's really no way any base can stop the incursion of the sneaky goblins. Once you've cleared all of those outside loot-bearing buildings, then the remaining sneaky goblins are going to make a beeline for the town hall and the clan castle. Of course, now the damage done by the heroes and the siege machine are what get us to 50%, but overall this is a really simple way to pick up 2 stars if you just need a quick and dirty 2-star attack. For instance, in CWL, sometimes you have no chance at a 3 and you don't want to screw up making sure you grab that 2-star. Hey, there you go. Bring your farming army. You're going to get the town hall down. And yes, pro players get their panties in a wad when they see something like this, but that's okay. We don't worry about that. You know, remember, focus on yourself. Don't worry so much about what other people think of you. Worry about if you're enjoying the game. Now, of course, that doesn't mean that you should have utter disregard for what your clan wants. And if you're in a serious war clan, I would never suggest doing this. But if you've gotten approval from your fellow co-leaders, leaders, the leadership of the clan to get in there, just grab a quick and dirty 2 stars, then by all means, this is the attack. Once all of the loot-bearing buildings are down, you can go back out with your remaining sneaky goblins like you see here, and usually just 1 on each trash building around the outside is enough to pick up that percentage point. And of course, 2 or 3 against the defenses. And like I said, this is not just a 50 or 51% 2-star. No, you're crushing. I mean, this is probably just about as well as the average player is going to do. 78% 2-star against a respectably upgraded, a mid-upgraded Town Hall 15. Could have done it against a fully maxed as well. Now, speaking of fully maxed, we are getting so close with this account. We are going to cover like 3 weeks of footage in this one episode. You'll notice the weekly deals get purchased, I think 3 times in today's episode because there's not a lot left to do. And yes, I realize that I'm on the wall grind and just about nothing else on this account and on Gold Pass Clash and practically on No Cash Clash as well. But let's go ahead and work on what is left to be done, like just a smattering of lab upgrades. Like, I mean, I'm never going to use this guy, never, but at least it's a sink to throw my Dark Elixir. Otherwise it would get burned, right? Well, actually, no, wait. We do have a couple of levels of the Royal Champion and several levels of the Hero Pets, which I would always recommend upgrading before you do a Dark Elixir troop that you're not going to use. So in that regard, I don't know why I just made that upgrade, but I did. Okay, so let's kind of fast forward through this stuff. We're picking up some stuff for the Gold Pass. We're working on, okay, those runes. Got to spend those runes by the end of the month. And as you can see here, the final giant bomb upgrades are just about to happen, which is only going to leave us with a handful of seeking air mines by the end of today's episode, which feels good, but also at the same time does feel a little bit pointless because who needs 2 fully maxed out Town Hall 15s? Nobody. You don't need it. You don't. But we're gonna do it anyway because, you know, it's Clash of Clans and it's not about what you need. It's about what you want. I want 2 maxed out Town Hall 15s, Galadon. I don't care what other people think. Okay, so we got some bombs upgraded, another Seeking Air Mine upgraded, lots of free builders. Here's the second week of the weekly deals being purchased. Like I said, this is nearly a month's worth of footage all in one, and the walls are grinding, right? The walls are getting done. I am thankful for the wall rings in the weekly deals because it has sped up things just a little bit, but at the same time, we're still well over 100 walls remaining. And it's going to be a while. Back over to the lab. Remember, by the way, don't worry about your lab as much when you're going to the next town hall. You are not considered rushed if you don't have your lab maxed out and you go to the next town hall. I'll talk about that in more detail in a future episode. But okay, here we go. Another week has gone by. Here's another set of weekly deals. So like I said, that's the third set in one episode. And that is really what's driving most of the upgrades on this account. I'm not doing that much farming at all. Maybe the occasional star bonus, especially when it's one of those 4x star bonus days. I will try to get it done, but otherwise I just have too many accounts. There's too much going on between clan games, CWL, raid weekends, and trying to get to the end of the gold pass track on 3 different accounts, right? It adds up. Okay, so now speaking of adding up, we had some CWL medals add up. That was very nice. So we're going to go ahead and pop a couple of these into our inventory. The Hammer of Fighting, the Hammer of Heroes as always, and it's good to have a Hammer of Building, right? You never know when you're going to need one of those. Can anybody say Town Hall 16? No, I didn't say that. But anyway, okay, getting a few more walls upgraded, and of course, we are going to get the Royal Champion down soon-ish. But right now we have just barely enough Dark Elixir to get Lassie upgraded if you're an American, or if you're Finnish, you call it Lassie. Anyway, okay, let's move on. I'm not finished. Let's move on to the status report. I am finished, but not finished. Okay, sorry. Anyway, trophies. Whoa. 2908. We gained a few trophies. Yes, even though this is a month's worth of content, we did not quite get to the new gold pass yet, so no new money spent. Whoa. So just a bargain basement 7588 right there. We spent a few gems, and we did get a bunch of upgrades done. We're down to 5 and only 147 walls. Let's go, Gala fam! Thank you so much for sticking around all the way to the end of the episode. Make sure you stop by kick.com/Galadon to watch a live stream. Now get out there, make the best of the rest of your day, week, month, and year. Be kind to other people, animals, and the planet. And I hope to see every last one of you back here again tomorrow for more full attacks. Galadon, if you get kicked from your clan, you can always go to kick.com to watch a live stream.